C1. You are listening at FameTV.info. Xiao Xia was very flustered. She was pregnant for 9.5 months and the next week was the due date. She didn't want this child to have any problems. Liang Zhendong, what exactly do you want? Liang Zhendong was sitting on Xiao Xia's thigh. His eyes were red as he stared at Xiao Xia without blinking, as if he wanted to see through her. Xiao Xia had also never seen Liang Zhendong's terrifying expression before. After a thorough inspection, Liang Zhendong lowered his voice and said coldly, "Xiao Xia, I've really underestimated you. In order to marry into the Liang clan, you didn't care what methods you used, and now you're using someone else's seed to fool me." Furious, Liang Zhendong stretched out his hand to grab Xiao Xia's neck. He exerted all his strength, but he didn't even consider that Xiao Xia was pregnant with a child. Liang Zhendong really wanted to kill this woman. Xiao Xia simply could not react to everything that had suddenly happened. Her instinctive desire to live made her desperately try to break Liang Zhendong's hand as she mumbled indistinctly. I don't. However, such a pale explanation was simply not convincing enough. In the end, Liang Zhendong would not truly kill her, but this woman had long since made him hate her to the bones. Liang Zhendong released his hand and impatiently unbuttoned his shirt. While Xiao Xia was gasping for air, Liang Zhendong turned her over and laid on her side behind Xiao Xia that he tore off Xiao Xia's underpants and pulled up one of her legs. Just like that, Liang Zhendong used an extremely brutal method to enter Xiao Xia's body. The pain in his abdomen became more and more intense, but the helpless thing was, due to the heavy and cumbersome state he was in during his pregnancy, coupled with his stomach that had been lying there for 9 months, Xiao Xia didn't have any room to resist. One of her legs was hanging down, while the other was being bent backwards by Liang Zhendong's strength. Her entire body was almost falling apart. Tears welled out from Xiao Xia's eyes. She clutched her stomach as she prayed in her heart that nothing would happen to her child under the impact of Liang Zhendong's attack. Xiao Xia struggled to explain, "Liang Zhendong, I didn't. I really didn't. This child is yours. How could you suspect me?" Mentioning this child, Liang Zhendong's anger grew even stronger. He grabbed Xiao Xia's waist and slammed Xiao Xia into the deepest part of his body. If it wasn't for this woman interfering, the old tutor wouldn't have forced him to marry her. If that was the case, then he wouldn't let her leave. This wicked woman was to be blamed for everything. The anger in his heart had all turned into action. It wasn't that Liang Zhendong didn't hear Xiao Xia's wails, but the more it was like this, the more he felt the pleasure of revenge. Besides the pain, Xiao Xia felt something continuously falling from her stomach, making her panic. Xiao Xia grabbed Liang Zhendong's arm and pleaded with a wail, "I beg of you, don't do this. Liang Zhendong, the child is innocent. I beg you, please let me go." However, to Liang Zhendong, this sort of pleading seemed like a tacit agreement to his words. Liang Zhendong, who had already drunk his fill of wine, lost all rationality. He brutally tortured Xiao Xia and never let her go until the heat was released from her body. Liang Zhendong calmed down for a moment and then pulled away from Xiao Xia's body. He could clearly see the bright red bloodstain on the bed sheet, but when he saw Xiao Xia's empty and lifeless eyes, other than loathing, Liang Zhendong had no other feelings. Rising up and straightening his shirt, Liang Zhendong cast a glance at Xiao Xia and said coldly, "This child is going to be beaten up anyway. If he doesn't get beaten up like this, it'll save me the trouble." After throwing down those words, he left without looking back. She originally wanted to beg him to send her to the hospital, but in the end, Xiao Xia didn't say that. Because she knew that Liang Zhendong would definitely refuse, she gritted her teeth, her lips breaking. As she listened to Liang Zhendong's footsteps as he left, as well as the sound of the door being slammed shut, she felt as if something was slipping from her heart. This was the first time since Xiao Xia had married Liang Zhendong that he had asked himself, was this really worth it? Was all her persistence just for fun? Xiao Xia fainted just like that. His disappointment towards Liang Zhendong and his inability to do anything. Listen to the full novel at FameTV.info, direct link in the description.